Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about my new planner. I am in a planner system that I swore off years ago and literally thought I would never ever use again. Surprise, surprise, I'm here. There's been a number of things going on in my life that's kind of led to this decision, and I've been reflecting about it a little bit. I'm going to share all my thoughts with you. If you're new here, I'd love you to take a second to subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. I'd love to have you back, and like the video if you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's hop into it. So, surprise, surprise, surprise. I am officially using a Louis Vuitton pocket ring planner. Doesn't even sound right to say. It's a Louis Vuitton PM in the monogram canvas. And I've been using it exclusively for the past 5 weeks and loving it. So this is a pretty big change for me. I'm someone who really consistently used rings for a significant amount of time. And when I stopped using them, I made the pretty bold proclamation that I really never saw myself using them again, at least anywhere in the near future. And I gave a whole bunch of reasons as to why that is. And so many of those reasons still ring true, but I obviously have a different perspective of them now, given that I've been using this for so long. So I think we'll start with how this kind of came to be. So around the middle of the year, I started using my Sterling Ink A5 Common Planner and wanted more room to be a little bit more decorative, be able to have my journal all in one, wanted just one book, and I was going to stick with it for the whole year. It runs from July to June of next year. It's the academic one, and I was like really hyped about it. I was like, this is going to be perfect. Then a number of things happened in my life. I was studying for a really big test. I had some stuff going on in my personal life, and I just stopped planning altogether. That's how it goes, right? I feel like for so many of us planner people, when life gets incredibly overwhelming, our planners drop, even though theoretically that should be the times of our life in which we depend on them the most. But anyway, I ended up not using planners for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks there. And I was getting closer to this test, and I was so stressed out. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I have to write these things down. Like, I have to have a place to get them out on paper. And I was looking at my A5, and I was like, that feels like too much. I'm weeks behind. I don't have the time or the energy to, like, catch up. It doesn't feel right just starting and not catching it up from the weeks that I missed. I was looking at my shelf over there, and there's a Hobonichi Weeks on there, and I was like, doesn't feel right. I was looking at my standard TNs, and I was like, don't know how I feel about that. There's a personal rings up there as well, and I was like, no way. But then I saw the pocket, and I was like, it's so small that it seems incredibly approachable. There's literally nothing about this planner that is overwhelming. And also, the fact that it wasn't a bound book, and that I knew there were going to be like single sheets of paper that at the end of this like stressful test I was preparing for, I could just throw away, made me feel fantastic. So a huge part of the reason why I swore off rings a long time ago was because of the archivability of them. Because rings are like single piece of printer paper, it's really hard to like just put it on a shelf at the end of the year the way that you would a bound book, right? Like if I fill this book up at the end of the year, I can just put it on a shelf and it can be everything that happened in this year. And that makes me really happy, the fact that I can have one thing to like flip through in the future when I want to refer to this time in my life. Rings doesn't really allow you to do that easily. There are ways to archive them, but none of the ways have ever really appealed to me. So because of the fact that archivability was such an issue is a huge reason as to why I switched and stayed with bound books for so long. But when I was super stressed towards the middle end of August, I was like, the fact that I don't have to worry about this living on my shelf forever really became a pro. Like I was really looking at this as like, okay, this is just a collection of scratch pieces of paper, and this is just the place in which they're sitting for a while. And when I'm done with them, I can just throw them away. And I was just scribbling stuff down, and I loved it. It made it so easy. And even like my approach to when I set this thing up, it literally took me 40 minutes. I went through the little bit of stash that I had left from my rings time and just pulled stuff out. The first day that I set this up, there was absolutely zero printing. I was like, I'm not printing anything, I'm not buying anything, I'm using whatever's in my stash. And it worked so well. I had a monthly, I had a weekly, and I had notes pages. And I had like some dividers and stuff that I'd had from before, but there was zero investment, monetary investment at the time in which I set it up. Obviously, I'd purchased the things for this years ago, but setting it up to begin with, in August, there was no financial investment, and there has not been any financial investment since then, except for printing out a few inserts just to fill it up again. I didn't buy any new inserts or like any digital files. I haven't bought like any special kind of paper. I literally went into my files and just pulled out some of the inserts that were already printed and printed more to just refill them. So it's been really nice. And also because it's pocket, printing inserts is so easy. I find that with bigger planners, it's hard to print inserts because it takes so long. But on a standard sheet of paper, you get 4 inserts for the pocket planner just because of the size of the planner, and it makes printing so easy and so fast and so quick. So for all of those reasons, I ended up turning to the pocket rings, and I've been loving it. Been loving it so much. Also, at the beginning of September, I downsized my work bag. So I take a little bit of a smaller bag to work every day, and I bring my lunch every day, and I bring a water bottle, and I bring other things and my work stuff. So I'm really not trying to sacrifice a lot of room to a planner. And the thought of lugging this to work every day is simply not going to happen. This, though, I just toss in there and don't even worry about it. The fact that this cover is also coated canvas means that it's really durable, and I'm not concerned about it. I literally just chuck it in my bag and that's it. Whereas I feel like bigger planners and planners that have like leather covers on them, I tend to baby them a little bit more. But for some reason with this, I've just been chucking it in there and going. I also keep a cardigan at work. And this fits in the pocket of my cardigan. There's been plenty of days where I've stood up, had to take an important phone call, like left my work area and just tossed this in my little cardigan pocket and went to like sit down in a more quiet spot and took the phone call and wrote stuff down. And that's just another little pro of having like a smaller planner, is how portable it is. I've been loving it so much. So yeah, I will say, recently, in the past week or so, I have been missing journaling, and I've been thinking about bringing this thing back out. I haven't officially done so, but I think that if I do bring this out, it'll be a 2-planner system. This will be the functional one that goes with me everywhere in my main planner, and this will truly just be like creative outlook journaling, filling up the weekly pages with like memories and stuff after the fact, more so like a memory book as opposed to a functional planner. I haven't officially reached for this yet, but I've been getting the itch a little bit more to just be creative and have fun, which is nice because I haven't done it in a while. But if you see this in the videos on my feed and stuff like that, it's more likely going to be a secondary thing and a non-functional thing. This has just like really been bringing me joy recently. So yeah, it's been me and this little guy, and it's been great. I think I'm at the point now where we're going to flip the camera around, and I'm going to give you an entire flip of this planner, how I've been using it, the individual inserts that are in here, and show you guys all the pages. So let's hop into it. So here is the pocket rings. It is such a small planner. I still can't believe that this is the only planner I've been using functionally for such an extended period of time, but here we are. Anyway, right off the bat in here, this is actually my temporary health card. I've just been carrying it around in here. I'm waiting for like the physical card to come in the mail. Up here at the front, I've got some stickers that I've been using most often. These are all from the Planner Spot. I've got bows, little reminders, laptops, hearts, and balloons. And I just tucked them in this little front pocket. In here, there's nothing important, a clear card. This card has some different washi on it, and then that's just a quote card. This is just some pins I've been forgetting consistently, so I just wrote them down on here. And then this is like a fly leaf just to protect these front pages. All of this, by the way, is from literal years ago when I was in rings None of this stuff is new, so I don't know if any of this stuff is still available. That's what I'm getting at. But this little dashboard is from Poi & Hun. This, I have no idea. And this one says Arlen Collection. This one I know is a freebie. This is a sticker from Happy Planner, of all places. And then this little dashboard thing is from EO Edits, and I laminated it, and it's like a little tab for my inbox. I've got some sticky notes on here. This is like random show list, a collection of random things, and budgeting stuff. These little pieces of paper are a little notepad from Coffee Monsters Co. And then I slit the holes so I can move the little notes around my inbox. This is a freebie from SM Plans. I don't know if she still offers it though. A blank sheet of paper, some more lists. These are also list pages from Coffee Monsters Co. that I've slit the holes on. Some more sticky notes. This I know is from the Planner Spot, this vellum. Cloth and paper sticky notes, a shopping list, which I've mainly just put down. I'm gonna just put down key ingredients for recipes that I make all the time, so I don't have to keep digging through my phone for them. So the first one that I put is lasagna soup. And then this, I believe, is from Cloth and Paper. This is just a piece of vellum with a Happy Planner sticker on it. I don't know where this is from. This is my monthly section, so this is September. And then this is where my month tab is, so that if I'm at the front of my planner, flipping to the month tab literally takes me exactly where I want to be. So I've just got my monthly spread. I've been using a horizontal monthly spread with a 1 through 31 list, so I can put an icon and then expand as to what it is over here. So that is the monthly section. And then I don't know where this is from. This is from My Minimal Planner. And then behind here, I just have health related stuff. So I'm gonna flip right past that. This is also from My Minimal Planner. It's like a daily reminders. And then this is from the Planner Spot. And then this is the start of my weekly section. So these are the weeklies that I've been using. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. And then this is just a blank piece of paper. And I've been using them as a week on 2 pages. So I've had my dailies, like the actual days over here, and then a long weekly running to-do list over here. And that's how that's been going. And again, my tab up here takes me exactly to my weeklies instead of to the front of my section, which is what I used to do when I was using Ring planners. And I've just found that this is much more functional. So these are just weeklies. Back here, this vellum's from Sterling Ink. And then back here, I've got just some daily inserts. I haven't used them yet, but they're here in case I do want them. And then this is from Magic Meets Paper. It was a freebie she offered. I don't know where this is from. Don't know where this is from. And then on the back, there's this quote. And then this tab is just the start of like my notes section. So I've got a wish list. I've got some other random notes back here. I've got another piece of vellum and then my reading list and my reading goals, and that's about it. That takes me to the end of my planner. This little fly leaf has a pen loop because this pen loop is laughably small. So I just hang a pen off the edge here. And then this is like a page lifter. And then I've got some other stickers back here, also mostly from the Planner Spot, but a little bit more specific instead of the more general ones that I use up here.
Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I want to know, before you head out, what's your opinion on the whole bound book versus rings debate? I feel like there was like a lot of consensus about 2 years ago and last year about a lot of people using bound books. But I feel like this year there's been some ebb and flow with that. Some people have made the return to rings. Some people are still hard in their love for bound books. I just want to know. Leave your feelings down below, and I can't wait to read them. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you had a lovely day, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.